How powerful is magic, sorcery, witchcraft? Potentially very.
But is this even the appropriate question to ask? How about Archon, bacteria?
How powerful are hybrid bacteria? Potentially and likely much more powerful.
Here's how that train of thought began.
A boy sees a pretty girl and thinks, why do I see her as pretty and not a bird or my mother? And why doesn't the bird or my mother see the girl as pretty? New agers will say it's due to years of conditioning. But that's not true, since a bird doesn't have to be conditioned away from seeing the girl as pretty. Nor does a preschool kid, barely off toilet training, require months, let alone years, of programming conditioning to still see the beauty in the girl, so no such outward conditioning is needed.
So this is pretty solid proof that little to nothing from outside influences plays any major role as to our conditioning.
So bone deep entrenched in us as to make us see things differently than birds or even our own parents.
So again, the bottom line is that no conditioning, programming is necessary.
So we are pre-conditioned mostly from some other unseen source and reason. What is that source?
And bear in mind that if you say that source is sentient, which by the way, is yet another typical New Age or knee-jerk mistake response, then you have to explain what causes that source to condition us and what source conditions the conditioner of our conditioning. And it never ends, and you end up in futility, chasing your own tail forever, while heavily violating Occam's razor. At the same time with each generational loop.
Now if it's sorcery at work, then that means sorcery is very powerful.
But that isn't the source. That is just the tool. What if it's the bacteria in and outside of our bodies that run the show, and runs us in every way imaginable?
There's lots of evidence that this is the case, but luckily, there is good news, because it is us that ultimately has the last say.
We have the free will option to pick and choose what kind of bacteria remain within us or not. How do we get to have such an incredible, powerful choice as this?
Mainly this can be achieved through a very overt, dedicated shift in our diet with the reward and incentive, resulting in more freedom, wellness, happiness, and a long host of other reasons.
A simple change in dietary energy already begins to change everything, for you, all in a positive direction.
For your future, fate, your wellness, your luck, your happiness, for many reasons, all beneficial. So with such a change, now you are in control of yourself and future, destiny, timeline path for once. Not powerful people, governments, sorcery, nor even the mighty Archon bacteria. It's you. You get to shift the power towards back to yourself, simply through the alignment of energies. And to think people question why I continually harp and emphasize health,